What's up guys, this is Luis from Alibi Security, and in today's video we're going to cover the camera menu on an Alibi Vigilant NVR. The main focus of this video is going to be adding and removing cameras using the plug and play method, and also adding cameras through a network switch. We will also cover the options inside the camera menu, including upgrading cameras via the cloud. Let's get right to it. Once you're at your NVR, all you need to do is right click on the screen and go to menu. It may ask you to put your password and or pattern in to get to the menu. Once you do that, it will take you directly to the camera menu of the NVR. Once you're in the camera menu, as you notice here, I have two cameras connected directly to ports 1 and 2 of this NVR. Both of these cameras did initiate the plug and play sequence and added via the Vigilant protocol. Initially across this bar here, you will see that it does provide the IP address of the camera, the status of the camera, and if I click on this blue play button here, it will give me a preview of the image. Under protocol, you'll see private, which means it was added via the Vigilant protocol, and then the model number of the camera. Further down to the right here, we have the cam config option. If we click on that, it's going to give us information about these two cameras that are already added to this NVR. Down here on the bottom, under add mode, we do have it set to plug and play for this channel, so it will automatically look for a plug and play camera using the Vigilant protocol. The search button down here will refresh the information above. If you do have any cameras on the network, they will show up on this list. We'll get to that in a second here when we add a camera through the network switch. For now, let's go to the rest of the options here. We have details. That's just going to give you some information about the camera, the vendor, and the port number. So overall, that covers the information of the cameras that are connected via plug and play to the unit. This is the easiest way to add cameras to the NVR, and it's highly recommended that you use the plug and play sequence. If you want to add an IP camera through the network, all you need to do is plug that camera into a PoE switch. You also want to make sure that the NVR is connected to that PoE switch along with your internet provider's router. Once you have the NVR camera and router connected to the PoE switch, you want to go to the NVR and go to the network tab. You want to make sure that the enable DHCP option is selected on this unit. That will automatically pull an address to this NVR. Once you verify that the unit does have an address, you can go back to the camera menu and hit the refresh option. The camera will pop up on the bottom of the list, letting you know that this is an available camera that you can add to the NVR. If for some reason you wanted to change the IP address of this camera, you can use the net config option. By clicking on this, it'll bring up a network information that you can adjust to your own liking. If we wanted to make this camera 1.183, we can go ahead and remove that 1 there, add the 3. Make sure that subnet's in there, and then type in the password of the camera, which is 123456. By default, hit apply. And that camera was switched over to 192.168.1.183. If we wanted to add that camera to say channel 2, what we'll need to do is hit the cam config option on the right hand side. Notice that the camera is listed there available. So we'll select it. It will automatically populate the information needed. All we need to do is make sure the password is correct. 123456. Then we'll hit OK here. Once we give it a quick refresh, the camera will pop up and be available on the NVR. And as you can see, it did come online. It does have the model number as well. If I hit the preview button there, it does show you a quick preview of the camera. And that's the easiest way to add a camera through the network. Overall, the most important things you need to add a camera through the network is the IP address and password of that camera. If it is a brand new camera, it will come with a password of 123456. Moving on to the advanced tab, you do have the option to do cloud updates for your cameras. In order to enable the cloud updating, you want to make sure that the P2P option is enabled on this NVR. So if we go to network here on the left, across the top we'll go to P2P. We'll notice that the enable P2P checkbox is selected and the device status is online. If we go back to the camera menu and go to advanced, we can put a select all checkbox here to select the cameras, and then we can hit the check new version. So you'll notice that the buy cloud icon does show up for camera 1, so we'll go ahead and select that camera and then hit the cloud update icon. It's gonna ask us It's going to ask us upgrade the selected cameras. We'll hit OK. And that is updating the camera as we speak. If we scroll over to the right here, we'll show the status of the upgrade, so we can go ahead and let that finish. Once the upgrade is finished, you will see a status of upgrade complete, and that means the camera has been upgraded to the latest firmware available. This concludes the overview of the camera menu when adding IP cameras using the plug and play method. Also adding IP cameras using an external PoE switch and using the cloud upgrade option for IP cameras. Also, please make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel for future video updates.